I have this pen pal that I had to resolve because it's difficult to know where to start in a letter. But I had to resolve something taken from a movie to just start off the letter assuming as if it was already part of an ongoing conversation, even if it was a new topic. So here is that in video form, and maybe even a fair warning for a future. In case you don't like the trail videos, just, I suppose, close your eyes and pretend you're staring at the radio of a Toyota vehicle, if you miss it that much. Thought about, and I'll get back to it. I've got a couple ideas, a couple of inspired ideas with these trail walking videos. Oh, shit. I guess if I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and pretend you're looking at a Toyota radio, it wouldn't do me well to rip you out of that delusion and back onto the trail, would it? What was I saying? I wonder how I got away from these videos in the first place. I think it had to do with best friend moving, re-enlisting into the army, deploying overseas. Kind of ripped me out of that groove that we used to follow. Okay, I'd love to take a left here, but I hear voices, so I do not want to go towards people right now, but man, fuck. That is the turn I want to take. But I don't want to fucking be around people. That is ironic considering what I just said about getting away from fuck me in the goat ass. Look at you. Look at you. Huh. So for those scoring at home, we got a little bit of deer sign here. Fresh. Huh. It could be our fault, Oscar. But still, that does show it's just a little guy, but that's pretty cool. That proves it. Sort of. I mean, these are good deer woods. I would say the way that it's laid out be very, very easy to bed down during a day and a way that nobody's gonna fuck with you. Don't imagine a bruiser being back in here. Is this maybe the turn then? Okay. You ready for this, bud? Let's do it. Are y'all ready for this? Oh, I like this. This is better. Now, all I need to do is stab my ears with a ice pick so I don't have to hear the traffic. That's where our buddy went to, huh? I feel like Bubba from the Forrest Gump movie. Yeah, I bet there's shrimp all in these waters. I'm back here like an old redneck. Hey, I bet there's deer all up in these here woods. Got some horny squirrels for y'all. Y'all fucking? You're trying to get lucky? Alright. Now the issue I have with the perimeter trail is it goes back by the baseball courts, baseball stuff, and there's a lot of people there, and again, we talked about people earlier. Okay, orange. Blue. We're doing blue. We're doing blue. As much as I like that orange, I'm not in the mood to go back to that perimeter. We'll take blue around, and then maybe call it a day. What hunting in Florida may or may not be like is a blood trail going through something that looks like that. And then it goes from those swamp palms to fucking interlocking mangroves that you crawl under. Wait a minute vines. Oh no. I think we could wax poetic about hunting south versus hunting north. Couldn't we be unified in our disdain for the people that hunt out west? That you see everything and you can hunt mountain to mountain with a nice flat shooting 6.5 or 270, and then all you got to do is pick the one that looks the most navigable. Can we just pick on that? Or maybe that's a better goal. Just chilling out. In a bit of a hunting mindset, because here on is the time to renew my property lease. So putting out $6,000 kind of takes your mind off other shit for a little while. But I have a dumb and ignorant and privileged philosophy on money, perhaps even served by my condition, is I see that money as like the invisible hand, and I figure you can always make more of it. It's really tricky to make is time. But thankfully, I do have friends that do look at money in the correct way, that are able to either remind me or have my back in a situation to when, if you have exchanged that time that you've made for money, well, that money to a point is as precious as that time was because you've traded it. I can't keep that front of mind though, Maybe I've struggled in the past with doing so. Hey, brother, go on. You're okay. You're such a good boy. All right. Can I go now? Can I come? You're good. When I was at university, I remember the squirrels in the courtyards. They were slow and fat and friendly, and I'd stay on campus for weeks and months at a time, not coming back home, not making it into the deer woods, and the stark contrast of how the squirrels here were lean and quick and cautious. I don't know what my point is in all that, other than maybe oops, Oscar, we missed the turn. I guess other than that squirrel reminded me of that time. Like that memory unlocked kind of shit. Tell you what would be nice if they marked that trail. Like, hang a left, motherfucker. Speaking of friends, something's been rolling around in my mind rent-free the past week. Is it maybe 2 weeks? Peanut's video about his friend having lost touch. Specific to this, the declaration of how a friend for them is defined. I shared that same friend definition for the longest time, maybe even until recently. For me, what I discovered within myself was that I was the one who was wrong, because it set me up for failure as this defined version of friend, like, I will drop everything and help you bury a body because you're prime, you're my apex. It set me up for failure, because if those things stay unspoken for so long, or even from the beginning, or if they're not shared, then it set me up for failure and disappointment. So I brought those standards down a peg, and I believe I'm personally better for it. Because when I did that, I began to notice the people that it was easier for me to be that type of friend for, or close to it. Because people aren't always receptive for having that type of friend, or not even capable maybe of understanding the concept of everything that you're describing. That's love. And I don't know if love is a requirement for friendship. So, friendship is companionship. I mean, can you be a companion without love? I say yes. I think it makes it easier, even. Because if we clearly define what love is, and if we're cautious with whom we express that love being, as I learned a long time ago, love being a verb, not a thing, not a miraculous thing, which I define more as infatuation. I will say something that I noticed in Peanut's thing is the other people are merely acquaintances. When I briefly researched in my Weber's dictionary acquaintance, I found historically acquaintance meant a lot more than what it used to. It meant even closer. And it makes sense when I break the word down, because if you think of, say, like something that's quaint, this little fire ring, for example, other than those gaudy ass picnic tables, I would categorize that as quaint. This old pavilion, quaint. A memory of me walking past this very thing on these very steps with my daughter, quaint. The memory of camping out here 40 years ago, quaint. But yet, we use the word acquaintance to describe somebody that's merely around us frequently due to station or incidents. I don't think that's fair to the word. I don't think that's fair to the definition. I think it further whittles away a part of the world. I get the appeal for words to be subjective. I get that they have a feeling to them. But if you go too far, then you dilute the discussion. You divide the means of expression in a way that can be comprehended. You end up a drum banging away with no ears to hear. Something I didn't share with my daughter about this pavilion. It's when I was little, it seemed so much bigger. That is what I see as friendship. What's interesting is that even with this new definition of friendship, there still isn't that many. But it becomes in my loneliness a number greater than zero. And when I opened my heart, when I let those walls down, I noticed the people that were reaching out. Many of which are watching this video right now.